So now we're going to make our graph of wind speeds. We need to do this in a new worksheet. Go up to this little symbol here, add a new worksheet. Okay, now we need to start dragging and dropping into the rows and columns shelf again. So here I want to use my date and time transposed to 2011 dimension. I'm going to drop that into columns. You see again it's taken a default of year. We don't want that. We want the exact date. And now I want to take wind speed, which we want on the other axis of the graph, and pop that into rows. Now Tableau has recognized that we want to draw a line graph, so that's good. If it had not, if the wrong type of graph came up, you click on this Show Me and you get to see all the different graph types you can draw with this data. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that. We have the right type of graph, so I'm going to click on it again to close it down. Now moving to the rows, you'll see the default here is sum of wind speed. There's an aggregation going on again, so we can get rid of that as we did before by deselecting aggregate measures. And now we have the actual wind speeds and not the wind speeds added up. Now I'm going to colour up the storms as I did for the map. Take the unique identifier, year number, drop it into colour, ignore the warning as before. The graph now looks like that. Now the next thing I need to do is to fix the axes, just as I fixed the map before. So I don't want this redrawing when there are years with storms with slower wind speeds. So move over to the axis, right click on it and edit axis. Go to fixed, start at 0. The highest wind speed is just under 300 kilometers an hour, so that's okay. Let's do the same with the x-axis. Edit that axis. Again, I want to fix it, and then let's make the 1st of April the start and make the 31st of December the end, and then I can fix this. I don't actually want everyone to see that it's transposed to 2011. I can remove that from the title. Uncheck the subtitle, I don't want a subtitle, and click OK. And now the graph is fixed. So before I go any further, let's just tidy up these tooltips, make them a little bit more informative. I'm going to want name in there, so I'm going to drop that into level of detail and then go to worksheet tooltip as before. I'm going to get rid of this date and time transposed to 2011 because it's going to give me dates in 2011 that I don't want people to see. So let's get rid of that. I don't need year and number, so just name and wind speed will do it this time. Click OK, and there we have our tooltip. And now we are ready to apply our filter by year as before. Take date and time, drop it into filter, and again I want years, select all of them, and OK. Now this time we don't need to show the filter. We can actually apply the same filter from the map, but before I do that I'm just going to rename the sheet as graph so I know what it is. Okay, now as I said, I'm not going to show this filter. I'm going to go to the map and I'm going to go to this filter and I'm going to make it global. Now what that does, it applies the same filter to every worksheet in this visualization. So now we're just looking at 1 year's data, and when we use the controls on the final interactive, they will both change at the same time, which is very nice. That is what we want. So we've made our two views. Now we need to combine them. And that is done on a dashboard. So we create a new dashboard. It looks like this. We can first drag and drop in our map and then put in our graph beneath it, like so. Now basically it's all there, we just need to tidy it up a little. I'm going to hide this title, I don't need to see it. Similarly, I'm going to right click there, hide that title, don't need to see that either. I'm going to resize these a little bit, so I'm going to make the graph a little bit bigger relative to the map. I don't need all of this, so I'm just going to delete it from the sheet. And basically we are done. If we use the slider, we'll go back through the years. Okay, I'm just going to rename the dashboard as Storms. Maybe just a little bit more tidying up. I don't want that to say year of date time. I can edit that title and just have it as year. That will do it. Okay, and now we are ready to save our visualization to the web. So before you save to the web, you can size the visualization to the size you want for your blog or web page. That's done down here. I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to accept the defaults. And then to save to the web, we go File, Save to Web. We need to fill in our password. And you get an option to name it. I'm just going to call it Storms. Don't select that Shows Sheets as Tabs option, and save. It'll take a little while. And there is the visualization saved to the web. And then if you want to embed it in your website, just copy this code here and insert that into your HTML of your web page.